Here is a story about how crude dogma and a factually baseless political attack line are wrecking the country's future. Britain desperately needs investment, and with interest rates this low it would be economic madness not to borrow to fund it. Even a conservative cabinet minister such as Sajid Javid has broken ranks to demand £50 billion of borrowing to solve the housing crisis. In the years leading up to the crash, right-wing outriders such as the Taxpayers' Alliance, incensed at a Tory commitment to match Labour spending pound for pound, launched a campaign to demonize the notion of such public investment. They sought out horror stories of wasteful spending, of overpaid public servants, of failed state projects, all of which appeared designed to discredit the very notion of public investment. When the crash came, the ideologues were triumphant and the Tory leadership revised history. The huge deficit wasn't, according to this dishonest narrative, driven by a drop in tax revenues and the inevitable recession-induced increase in spending. It was instead caused by Labour profligacy making the nation's money run out. This package of lies delivered numerous political advantages for the Tories. It fulfilled crude partisan aims. Throughout the coalition's tenure in office, polling showed that, while public opinion disliked cuts, it blamed the last Labour government for them more than the Tory-led administration actually imposing them. Cuts were seen as sad but necessary, rather than ideologically driven. Aided by Ed Ball's concessions to the austerity narrative, the Tory mantra of "we're clearing up Labour's mess" acted like a ball and chain on confidence in Labour to run the economy, ensuring the party languished behind George Osborne in the polls. It had profound ideological gains too. Shrinking the state makes the hearts of all true blue Tories beat that little bit faster, even though for a period they were forced to pretend to abandon this objective. Yet the Tories' economic strategy failed on its own stated terms. A deficit we were told had to be eradicated by 2015 to stop Britain going the way of Greece will now, according to the Tories' projections, remain until 2031. More than £700 billion has been added to Britain's pile of national debt since David Cameron entered number 10. Britain now has the weakest growth of any G7 country, having endured the worst slump in living standards of the 35 industrialist OECD nations other than the very bogeyman repeatedly conjured up by the Tories, Greece. But as a political device until now, at least it has been crudely effective. And at such cost to the country. Britain has some of the worst regional inequalities in the Western world, and they have only got worse.